Y'all do. If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. So, this is the third installment of this style of video, which is uh, I went through a basket at my house that I grew up in and found a bunch of broken toy pieces. So I've been listing them, and I'm up to like I don't know, $150 worth of stuff at this point. Now, in the last video, what I found was a knee pad for this guy. So during the video, I looked I was going through eBay and I saw somebody was selling Rio Blast from Master of the Universe missing that knee pad. Like, well, shit. I put in a bid and I won, so I'm into it for $13. So I got him, threw the knee pad on. Now I'm not sure if there's a left and a right knee pad. Is the problem. This one is the one that was on it. It goes in pretty much seamlessly. This one scrapes a little bit. It looks like it lines up. Like if you look at the thigh here. But it just, I feel like there might be a left and a right knee pad to this guy. I couldn't find anybody selling a left or a right. And then looking at the figures, a lot of them kind of looked like it was the same. So I don't know. So I'm just going to put it in the listing that I don't know if it's from the same leg. They both kind of touch when you put them in. So it might just be that it's, not exactly perfect. It's from a different figure. It's been sitting somewhere. But anyways, Rio Blast. And I'm going to list him for $28. Now, going price on him is about 24. But when you deal with vintage toys, the thing to remember is in 20 years, people that played with this will still be alive, hopefully, and still be buying things from their childhood for a collection, for nostalgia purposes to pass on to kids. So he's not going to devalue at any point. So if I list him for an amount of money I am happy getting, he takes up almost no space. You don't have to do anything special with him, and you just set your price. You're going to have to look at him for a bit, but if you do that with everything, you become a hoarder. But if you do that with select things that you know will never decrease in value, why not? So, into them for 13, sell them for 28, be about $20 that I'll get out of him. All right, let's move on to the actual bag, which has been growing because I've been finding stuff in yard sale lots, etc. So we'll go through some of that too. All right, so I'm going to start with this. So I did a yard sale. It was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, last week. And I found a bunch of parts. It was the crash test dummies, a big box of those, which I sold yesterday. So that was $50 plus shipping. It was free at the yard sale. She gave it to me. I insist on giving her $10 because I didn't want to scam her because I knew what it was. It was going to move. So this, I did Google Lens on stuff, and this came up as being part of Shockwave, but we don't know which one yet. So we're going to have to do a little investigating. Well, super interesting. I dug into it. The first person that said it was from Shockwave was incorrect. So, back in the 80s, Transformers was so huge that a lot of people just marketed the same thing. Whatever, GoBots. And then apparently this, Grandstand Converters, Betatron. So this was a knockoff of Transformers. Now you can see on the front of this is this grill. So this goes to this thing. Now my question would be, do people want this thing? Obviously Transformers were king. GoBots and stuff were, something that your parents might get you because they were cheaper, or they just didn't know any better. So are people picking up Betatron converters? We got 31 results for Grandstand Converters Betatron. So we got a couple of these pieces out here. So I might be able to put grill and narrow it down a bit. That's just the instruction manual. So Omegatron. They even threw Tron in there. It's bold. I don't know if they got sued or not. But I'm guessing this is going to be a hard sell. So we're going to put Betatron grill. That's all we got. Oh. I'm thinking this is a thing of low supply, low demand. I don't think anybody's really looking to pick these up. Now, could I eventually do something with this? Possibly. You know, if I just kept a bag going and then sold a bag as just random ass vintage toy pieces. There are people that just buy stuff to complete it, you know, as a hobby, as part of a business. So it doesn't have no value. It just doesn't have any value by itself. So I'll put converters again. Just to make sure we didn't miss anything. 32 results on that. Let's see if anybody's just selling parts that are selling. And no, nobody's looking for this. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Converters. Robots in disguise. American Minibot. New, strong, and fast Voyager goes almost anywhere in his search for invaders. So it's like even the same plot. Come on. Oops. But anyway, so that's not going to have any value in and of itself. But that'd be a fun thing. Like with die casts, I do this where die casts themselves don't sell typically, like Matchbox, Hot Wheels. But if I get one that's kind of desirable, I will throw together 5 and sell it for $9. Figuring it's like the lead-off piece, and then you're willing to spend the money on the other things to prop up the value. So this wouldn't be a lead-off vintage toy. I would set that aside, and if I get something else, I could sell a bag of like 3 or 5 pieces possibly for $8. All right, so that's out for a bit. Now we got these cones and this like railroad crossing. Now these were in that Crash Test Dummies thing as well, and they came back as being vintage Little People construction. So I'm going to look up and see what those go for, if anything. All right, so Little People construction vintage cones. Now I did send these red ones off with the big Crash Test Dummies lot I had, because I couldn't tell if they were or were not from the sets of Crash Test Dummies stuff that was all intermingled. So I just threw it in there. But these came up in Google Lens as being from this, so that was kind of an obvious one. So we got cones. So $10 for one cone. 11, 14 for 2. 9 for 1. So I'd sell all 3. And then we got this railroad crossing bit that I would just throw in. I don't know if it's from this. But 29 results. Let's see if anybody's picking up Little People stuff. Okay, so 4 cones for $20. We got these guys. Yeah, so we could do 3 cones for 15 then. I don't see why not. I think that's cheaper than everybody else. Yeah, they're doing 15 for 2. 10 for 1. 15 for 3 it is. There we go. Moving on. All right, so again from the yard sale, we got this. This is a Matchbox Connectables. Looks like it is a peg and then a slot, so you could put front ends and back ends together and make your own vehicles. I'd never heard of them, but I was never a big like cars guy as a kid. I was more like a G.I. Joes, that kind of stuff. Legos. So, oddly, 38,000 listings for Matchbox. Oh, collectibles. That's why. Oh, I need connectables. Do connectables a lot. Ah, it's still searching for... there we go. That seemed odd, but yeah. Auto-corrected. Okay, 27 for connectables. These are lots. I don't want lots. I just want individual pieces, because that's all we got. All right. 42, or 422. So there's the connectables in the box. So let's see if we can figure out what this actually goes to. Looks kind of like a tractor, but it could be anything, I suppose. We'll see if we can identify it. It's not that. It's got one big honking wheel, which seems unusual for these. Not this. Along that line, though. Certainly. Yes, I have no recollection of these. This wasn't mine. I didn't play with these. Seems pretty fun. If you're into that kind of thing. Huh. Try another page. And then we'll look at sold and see if there really is a market for these. It could well be. So we got a front end of some stuff, rear end. That's pretty cool. Like, I don't know if it came as oftentimes like a big train of stuff. So that'd be fun. You could do all kinds of vehicles with that. Or people are just selling what they had. Alright, well, we'll look at sold here. It might go in the bag as a vintage toy piece. Does it show collectibles again? Yeah. 105 connectables sold. Now, if you look at the dates, these aren't really recent. No, certainly 105 in 3 months is pretty good. These things hardly move like crazy, especially where I only got one piece. So I could list it for 8. It'd be nice if I knew what it was exactly. Let me look up exactly what this goes to. Matchbox search criteria. That's weird, it's not coming up. I'll have to goof around with it for a second. Okay, so we found it, and it is unfortunately bad news. This is from a serial add-in. It's a steamroller, the rear of it. It's missing the roll cage. Or whatever that is. I guess steamrollers probably aren't in danger of rolling over. Think about it. So it's not actually a Matchbox at all. So this is not going to sell for anything. This is actually garbage. So I will toss it post-haste. Alright, so next up, this is from the toy bin in my childhood bedroom. And this is the Millennium Falcon turret. So this was actually my older brother's. I did not have Star Wars stuff. He's was really into that when he was a kid. And obviously vintage Star Wars stuff is huge. Now this is only half of the turret. It's actually two pieces that go together to make this like quad cannon. And one of the pegs is broken off inside of it. So the big mystery before we really figure out if this is worth anything is I gotta drill this out. Because if I can't get that out, I don't think I can sell it. So allow me to go gas up the old drill here and figure out if we can get this going. Well, I'm back, and that didn't go great. It wouldn't come out. So I ended up just boring out the hole. It's kind of crooked. I think the piece would go in. I wish I could test it. Obviously, I could. If I had the other half of this, I could get it just right. But let's see if people are selling the half cannon. There's two different halves. $25 for both. 20 on that one. Different assemblies. Look how yellow these get. Brutal. Just a plastic condition if you leave them in the sun at all. Smoker households, etc. Plastic gets super yellow. Alright, so we got half of one here. That's half the same side, I believe. So I'm thinking if I do 8, it may move. So we got 66 of the turret or gun for sale. $32 sold. $20 is the winner on the entire piece. Okay, that's the whole thing. It's just a bad picture. I'm going to do 8. And I'll explain in the listing that I had to take a drill to it, but it should be okay. All right. Got a couple more here. Last bit, I actually had 5 missiles in it. So I did a Google search. So this is from Mask, which I loved as a kid, but I don't have anything else from it. It's very desirable collectors wise. Supposedly, and I've mentioned it before, the masks themselves were made out of some kind of plastic that just rotted over time, so you could get them like new in the box and they disintegrate. So if you could get ones that don't do that, highly sought after. But this is a missile to one of their vehicles. This is from Robotech. It is a missile, but these are all G.I. Joe. There's a Tomahawk. This one clipped on. It's from back in the day before all missiles like shot out. This, I don't know what this went to, but it's G.I. Joe. This was the Retaliator. It was a bomb. You filled up a bomb tube and these all fell out. Let's get an idea of if these are valuable individually. If not, I guarantee I can sell all 3 as a lot. Alright, so ran them through lens. Did exactly what they are. But this is from a 1986 helicopter. It's the Tomahawk. This one is from a 1984 missile defense platform. It used to have a red sticker around it. And then this one is from the 1990 Retaliator helicopter, which was mine. The other 2 were my brother's. So I actually am running these by a collector friend of mine to see if he wants them, because that's just an easier way of doing things, and he loved to collect vintage G.I. Joe. So we help each other out. So when we get the mask thing going here, look that one up. All right, so for Mama Mask, the Vandal Missile, 1988. So you can see these are going for good money. People love to collect masks. So $26 asking price, $30 asking price. A bunch of watchers on this one. I'm not. Oh, non-original. Pig fucker. Look at that. 3D printing. Aha. That would be why nobody's buying it. Never even considered you could do that. And the thing is, how would you be able to tell? There's no markings on this. I mean, it just looks and feels old. Like if you felt vintage toy plastic, it has a feel to it. So I bet the 3D print stuff is not the same, but at least they're honest. Yeah, mine's legit. So 25. Oh, I did have this guy. I thought he was super cool because he was like kind of opaque. Yeah, the Vandal. And it broke. Okay, yeah, it was a bulldozer that turned into a plane. I love this stuff. Man, it's so good. I have no idea where it went. It kills me. Yeah, it's out there. So, are people actually buying this missile? I bet they are. If people are asking 25, this should be a layup. 4 sold. So 26 for a missile. Guy's got the whole thing for 55 bucks. $100. So they're not flying out of here, but they are priced out. Quite frankly, they're very expensive. So I'm just gonna do. I'll do 18. I pulled it out of basically a garbage bin. So if I do 18, maybe there. Whoops. There. What did I just do? Well, I screwed that all up, and now I forgot what I was even doing. We'll just call it a video. So that was a good pickup anyways. I'll do the Robotech another time. The other missiles, these, I looked them up. You know, I could get basically shipping cost on all of them. If I did them as a lot, I could probably get 12 bucks. But I'm going to see if my collector friend wants them or not. But anyways, if you like reseller content, toy content, etc., like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.